What's up, everybody? Sega Man back here with another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you different styles and types of controllers that I own for genre of systems that I have in my collection. You know what I mean? It's not going to be just Xbox. You know what I mean? But I'm going to show you different makes and models of some of these, second, third party controllers that came out for the different systems I own. Some of them are actually really cool. Some of them are really weird in shape. You know what I mean? Some of them are kind of unique. You know what I mean? Some of them have a really cool, sleek color to them. You know what I'm saying? Because the game system is cool, but what also makes that game system is the controller. You know what I mean? The controller, in my opinion, is the main part, for playing your games. Anybody would know that. A nice controller that feels good in your hands, in my personal opinion, the best controller ever made to hold in your hands is the Xbox controller. But there were other controllers that were kind of comfortable and pretty good also. So let's get into it. And the first one I'm going to show you, right, is for the Super NES. And I found this controller at a flea market, and it actually has on the front of it, and it's like carved in there, it says Capcom. And this actually is called the Capcom pad solder, right? So let's take a look at that. Look at that. That's for the Super NES. Down there it says Capcom. It's a really weird and shaped controller, right? But I actually tried this controller, and it does work. It works pretty good. I've tried this controller on my Super NES. Like, it has hand grips back here. Well, you just hold it right there, right? And then you have this 6-button configuration right there, and you just play. Now, it's pretty weird, huh? Pretty weird. It kind of feels a little strange in your hand because you're used to holding a controller, with having another handle, on the other side, right? But this only has one handle, but what's cool about it is it has the grips right here for your hand. And you can play it. It's good for playing, actually, OG Super NES fighting games and different things like that. It's good for playing shoot 'em up games, shmup games on there, also. And the buttons feel pretty good, but it's a different type of controller. You know what I mean? But it's pretty awesome. And the make and model of it is actually pretty cool. But hold on one second, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So, like I said, this shoulder pad controller, it's just a unique and very well made little peripheral controller for your Super NES. And I like it. And, like I said, I got it, for a decent price. You know what I mean? And I got it because I don't have it in my collection of controllers. And it's just really unique. It's a unique controller that Capcom made, for the Super NES. You might be able to find it out in the wild. Now, I'm not going to know how much it's going to cost right now because I picked that up a long time ago. You know what I mean? But some controllers like that can be, very expensive today. You know what I mean? If you're going to, game hunting or, or collection hunting, that could be like 30, 25, 30 bucks. I'm not sure. You would have to research that yourself if you're into collecting different controllers for your systems. So the next one we got here, which is really cool, and actually this is probably one of the best controllers made, for this system, and it is actually an arcade. It's an arcade stick, right, for the PlayStation 2. So check that out. Pretty, grip pad right here. I think it is. You have your triangle, square, and X and O's on there. You know what I mean? It's made by Pelican, and I think they're a third party. It has a turbo button on it, program button, select, start, and mode button on there. You know what I mean? It even has the sound, like a weird sound when you use the joystick. If I can get it to do it again. It usually does a clicking sound, but I don't think I can get it to do right now, but it would click like that. Yeah, it would click, like you would hear, like if you're in some of the arcades or different sticks have that kind of like clicking sound to it. You know what I mean? But it's actually awesome for shoot 'em up games on your PlayStation 2 and 1. You could put in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's a pretty good arcade stick. You know what I mean? And Pelican, when I tried it out, it works fine. The buttons are good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's pretty awesome, like I said, for playing like arcade fighters that maybe would have came out for the PlayStation 2. Shoot 'em ups and different things like that. But yeah, I got this at a flea market, man, and it still has the tie on it. Actually, you know what I mean, that they tied it up with, and I got this for $2. But it's really cool. I would say, arcade stick for your PlayStation 2. Now, another one we got here. This is called a superpad, okay, and it's for the N64. It's a performance pad. You know what I mean? That definitely, I would say, third party controller. Now it feels okay in your hands. It's a little awkward, but it's really weird shaped. And this is what it looks like, for the N64. Very weird shape. Kind of looks like a stingray, in the ocean. You know what I mean? Kind of looks like a stingray. You know what I'm saying? Shaped like a stingray in the ocean that will tear your ass up, if you mess with it. But it works pretty good. It's light. It's pretty light. You know what I mean? It has the 2 buttons on the back. Has a little red button down there and the 2 bumper pads right here. But my friend gave this to me in the box, man. I don't even think he used it. You know what I'm saying? He gave it to me in the box. But it's very shaped weird. You know what I mean? It has a really sleek, cool red color to it. But that's for the N64. You know what I mean? And the Nintendo 64, their main controller was also, it was just shaped really weird. But some people actually found that controller comfortable, and they really grown to like it. Okay, so the next one we got here that I'm going to show you, this is actually a really cool controller by, I think it's called Gear. You know what I mean? I can't see the other name very well. When you plug this into your OG Xbox, it lights up in color, right? And it's green, kind of looks like like a monstrous type skin look to it. But that's it right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a really cool controller. I got this for a couple dollars at a flea market. But when you plug it into your OG Xbox, it actually lights. I don't even think I have it on. No, I don't have it on. I would show you real quick. But it lights up. You know what I'm saying? The whole controller lights up. You know what I'm saying? It's a really cool controller. You know what I mean? I definitely had to get this. It works fine. It works well. You know what I'm saying? It's really good in your hands. You know what I mean? Like it has clear green, like where the knobs is. You know what I'm saying? Buttons feel really good. You know what I mean? Up here. And these are actually smaller, on the side there, the A, B, and X and Y buttons. Then you have your black and white buttons right here. But it's actually a really neat controller if you can find it to own. If you're into collecting different types of controllers, for your OG Xbox. So this is definitely one to look out for. I don't think it's going to be that much. I'm not sure. If you find it in box, it might be. You know what I mean? But it's a really cool controller to own for your OG Xbox out there if you're out in the wild. Maybe pick it up. Now, let's see what we got here. Okay. This is a really weird third-party Dreamcast controller. Found this also for a couple dollars. And this thing is just really weird shaped. I think it's called, I can't really see the name good on here. Interactive, probably. And this has a program and auto button on it. But this is what it is. This is not an original Dreamcast controller. But look at how weird that looks, right? Kind of looks like one of the bosses that you have to fight on. What is it? Thunder Force. You know what I mean? One of the bosses you have to fight on there, like sideways, like this. You know what I mean? One of the bosses that you have to fight that's underwater. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Pretty weird, huh? And then you have the, I'll just show you real quick. You have the original. This is what the original Dreamcast controller looks like. This is the blue version. You know what I mean? But this is like a third-party controller. Looks pretty big, huh? But I've tried it out, and it's not that bad. You know, the buttons are really the bumpers are very tight. You know, very tight on the side here. You know what I mean? You put your VMU in here. You know what I mean? And then you have your stick and all that. And it, like I said, it's a little tight. You know, the directional pad's okay. It has a start button that lights up, red button right here, and then like the auto button's green. You know what I mean? But like I said, I picked it up for a couple dollars, and I wanted to add it to my controllers that you have for the system, and it's just different. You know what I mean? So now you might be able to find that really cheap somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right. For you PlayStation fans out there, you might be able to find this controller very cheap. I found this controller for $1, man, at my local flea market a long time ago, and it looks kind of cool. Now, I don't really like the PlayStation controllers. They're just not for me. I don't like where where the buttons are down the bottom here. The sticks. I hate that. You know what I mean? But this is actually a pretty cool controller. It's a Superman controller for your PlayStation. All right, and you can also use this on your PlayStation 2. You know what I mean? But I found this for $1. It has the S, right there. Nice. It's a nice blue color. You know what I mean? It has the clear light buttons right here. You know what I mean? And this also has a select and start buttons are at the top right here. Select and start. And those are clear right here, your bumpers. But yeah, man, I found that really cheap. For $1 at the flea market. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. You know what I mean? I don't know if they had a Superman console. You know what I mean? The directional pad is niche. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's all right. You know what I mean? But I wanted to add it to the controller collection because of the way the Superman logo is on the PlayStation controller. But if you could find it real cheap, man, hats off to you. You know what I mean? I found it super cheap. I thought you guys would kind of like that. The true PlayStation fans out there would kind of like and see, a different type of controller, that came out for them systems back then for the Sony PlayStations. Now, I'm going to show you both of these one at a time. These were great controllers that are really cool in style. Now, I believe these have went up in price. These are made from Capcom. These are the 15th anniversary Capcom Street Fighter game pads for the original OG Xbox. And the first one I'm going to show you is the Hakuma one. Check that out. Now, you can't see it because of the glare, but if you move it around, Hakuma, he does you can see his, fist moving around, the animation in there, that's in there. Kind of like a stop animation type thing inside the controller, with him moving around, you know what I mean? And this is actually really cool color, you know what I'm saying? That's because of the lighting, guys. But this is actually cool color. Nice, burgundy black finish on it. You know what I mean? It has the red buttons on the side there. And that's the Akuma one. This is my favorite one. But I also picked up another one. Now, I got these used at the exchange. I believe they were $8 a piece. And that was a long time ago. They were $8 a piece. You know what I mean? So it's really cool. Well designed. I like. Feels really good in your hands. It kind of reminds you of a Sega Saturn Model 2 controller. The way it's shaped. You know what I mean? But it's an awesome controller to own, guys. If you can find these on the cheap. Now, the next one is also pretty cool, and this is the Guile version of the controller. And like I said, when you move it, his moves like he's doing a sonic boom. You know what I mean? But that's also really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing a sonic boom. The color's okay. They're kind of trying to look for an army type-ish color. Like the army fatigues, the way the colors are on there, the camouflage. You know what I mean? It has the buttons at the top. You know what I mean? But these are great controllers to collect for your OG Xbox 15th anniversary Also found that for $8. Now let's see. Now here's another word controller for the N64. Okay, this is called the superpad 64 Plus. It's shaped very, very weird, but it actually feels kind of good in your hands. So let's take a look at this. It has nice, colorful buttons. But this is another word controller, for your N64. You know what I'm saying? Really, it's just a really odd shape. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool. And then it has the little button that they have on the back here on the side. That you push right here, the little red button. That should be in the middle, like a regular N64 controller. That's really pretty odd, weird shaped controller. But it's also nice in your hands, and it's good to use. It's a really good controller to use for your N64. I like it. It feels pretty good in my hands. I've used it numerous times. You know what I mean? But it's great. Buttons are good. You know what I mean? Every button works really good. No sticking on the buttons. And it also has a slow mode button on here and an auto button. So, which is actually pretty cool. You know what I mean? All right, what we got next? What we got left? What we got left here? Okay. Now, this one is called the Pelican Duo Force 2, and this is for your PlayStation 2, and you can probably use it on the one too. You know what I mean? This is called the Pelican Duo Force 2, and I kind of like it because it's kind of shaped of like a like a Xbox controller, kind of. You know what I mean? But it has a little bit of a weird shape to it. But check that out. You know what I mean? In my opinion, if they're shaped like this, to use, in your hands, it just feels a little better if it's shaped like this. You know what I mean? It just feels a little better in my hands to use when I'm playing video games. You know what I mean? So that has a really kind of a weird, shape to it, kind of like a spaceship, something you would see in Star Trek or something like that. But that's cool. I like the look of it. You know what I mean? I found this for a couple dollars at my local thrift store. And this also has a turbo and slow button on it and clear button. I guess you can clear it out in analog. Everything's all in the middle there. But I found that for, like I said, really cheap. You know what I mean? So if you don't like the original controllers like I do, I hate the original Sony controllers. You can find ones that kind of are shaped like either a Dreamcast controller or an Xbox controller. So this is actually pretty good. And you might play your games, a little more with these because, you might feel these might feel better in your hands. I'm not down on people that like the Sony controllers. People that grew up with Sony, if they like it, that's fine. I even didn't like it when it came out. I just didn't like the feel of it. I was used to a Dreamcast controller or a Sega controller, so I just couldn't get used to it. All right. Now this is really cool here. I found this at a thrift store actually for about, I think it was $2 or $3. This is the original green Master Chief Halo controller that came with the system. The system was green see-through system. Now the system wasn't there or anything, but I found this controller, and this is the Xbox S controller Halo edition, and it is a great controller. I just wanted to show you guys the really cool transparent green where you can see through there and see the way it's made inside. You know what I mean? But this is a awesome controller that I picked up for a couple bucks. Very glad to have it. The S controller is really good to use on a lot of OG games that you play on your OG Xbox, but I still like the Duke. The Duke is still my favorite, but I like the different colors that they came out with, like a blue, the green. You know what I mean? I think they had an orange. I'm not sure, but I own at least one green one, and it's just a really awesome and really nice controller, man. All right, now I think there's one I have left here. I found this one. I did a video on it a while ago. This is actually a Xbox controller that has airflow through it, right? Now I gotta find the thing that goes in here. It's not the one that goes in the regular, controller port that would hook onto here to go into the OG Xbox. This might be for the 360. I'm not sure, but I just like the way it looks. right there. I guess it's to stop your hands from sweating. You know what I'm saying? But it's just really cool looking, man. And I found this for a whopping $1. You know what I'm saying? It's probably because it didn't have this. But I will find it. My friends at the exchange, I just got to talk to them and they'll find it for me so I can actually try it out. But I just thought it was really cool the way they made this with the little airflow things in the back. And there's the fan that goes to it. You know what I mean? Very kind of innovative when it came to a controller. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you a little bit of my, my different types of controllers that I own, for different types of systems. Let me know in the comment sections below, if you like this video, you know what I mean? Let me know in the comment sections below if you have different types of really cool looking awesome controllers. It doesn't matter what system, you know what I mean? But let me know in the comments below, man, if you have some controllers like this, or if you're going to go out and get some. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Yeah, man. Just enjoy gaming, guys. Stay true to gaming. You know what I mean? Don't go out there trolling. Be a true gamer and talk true gaming to people that are really into gaming. You know what I mean? Not out here to try to bust a grape. All right. Xbox for life, like my wife. Peace.